Welcome back everyone, Mariah Monetize here, and in today's video we are going over the price of Bitcoin. Something massive has happened with the price, with the charts, with a major crossover that does not happen very often. I'm going to be sharing with you a tip that will really change the way you look at Bitcoin and really put you in the best position moving forward to find the right times to enter and exit Bitcoin. I've back tested this and it works almost every single time. So what am I talking about here? I've mentioned it many times on my channel. It is when we see this green crossing over the red. So the current price of Bitcoin is $25,834. As you know, in my previous videos, I have been more on the bearish side. I do not think that the time to buy Bitcoin is now, but I do think that the time to buy Bitcoin is coming very soon. I think sometime around August, September, October, those 3 months are going to be very key months to start stacking Satoshis. I'm still in all cash. I have not bought back in on the price of Bitcoin. So if you have back tested this particular trade here on Bitcoin, this is telling you to exit, okay? And on the flip side, the time that you want to get into Bitcoin, this is a 7-day chart, okay? This is a 5 and 12-day moving average. Anytime the green crosses over the red, that is when you want to purchase Bitcoin, and anytime it crosses below, you want to exit. So here is an example. This is over a long extended period of time, right? This crossover happened in January of this year, okay? So that would have been over a 6-month period of time you make this trade, which is a good thing because there is 1, less risk involved, and 2, you don't have to be watching the charts all day. So let's say that you got in over here at about $19,000, okay? Then the charts would be telling you to exit at $25,822. Obviously, you're not getting the very bottom and you're not getting the very top, but that is a very nice profitable trade over a 6-month period of time, right? That is approximately in the range of 25%. A 25% in one trade for the whole year, not that bad, right? So it has finally happened here. It just happened in the last few days. The green has crossed over the red. So I've also been showing you guys, I have been comparing the charts of today back into the previous market cycle after Bitcoin hit $20,000, had a massive pullback to $3,000, and then made its way up to $69,000. So basically what I have been comparing when it comes to the previous market cycle is this range right here, okay? Basically comparing this period of time from basically 13 weeks, okay, to this same 13-week period of time back over here in March of 2019, all the way to when Bitcoin had that short-term top. It topped out at 13,858 over a 13-week period of time. We've seen that same kind of price action that's also happened within that 13-week period of time. Let's go ahead and see the increase in price from those two instances here. So we saw about a 84% increase in the price of Bitcoin over the last run, and let's see what it did. So more percentage-wise, about a 250% increase in price. So what we're seeing here is very similar to what we saw in September of 2019, when people probably thought we were back into a bull market, but no, there was another pullback. And from this point, Bitcoin pulled back another approximately 35% after the crossover happened, okay? So there's something really interesting. If you take where we are now and you see Bitcoin pull back 35% approximately, that puts us in the range of $16,000, $17,000. So that puts us nearly at a double bottom of when Bitcoin hit, I believe, 15,500-ish back over here in about December of last year. So I am anticipating Bitcoin to pull back significantly, 35%. I think we will have the opportunity to buy Bitcoin at $20,000. And then, you know, what we need to consider is that from the previous market cycle, there was March of 2020 when there was all the shutdowns, and obviously that was an event that you can't necessarily anticipate to repeat itself during the same period of time. So I would say you can keep that out of the equation. And I still believe that the time to buy Bitcoin is probably in the September range. So a lot of similarities between the previous market cycle and the current market cycle. So when you actually take into consideration that top that I mentioned, let's see, so date range. We take that top of when Bitcoin hit 31,000 and when the crossover happened over a 9-week period of time. When you take the same consideration to that peak there and when the crossover happened, it was at about the 12-week mark. So within a 3-week range, right, they both had that crossover below. So I'm anticipating a lot of similar price action compared to what we saw back in that range of the market cycle. So Bitcoin sitting at $25,809. We have Ethereum at $1733. We have gold at $1958. Coinbase is down over 5% today to $50.56. Litecoin at $76.74. We have DOT at $4.51. Link at $5.14. To be honest with you, I am not interested. Wow, Celsius is down 24% today, down to 12 cents. There's been several days of Celsius being down quite significantly. So as many of you know, I used to be involved and have a lot of altcoins. That's not my game plan anymore. I'm just focused on Bitcoin, okay? I think it's a waste of time, and the exact reason of why I'm not interested in altcoins is what we're seeing here with delisting of coins on many exchanges because of SEC determining them as securities. So I'm not interested. Bitcoin is really all I'm interested in. I am, yes, looking at other coins, mostly just because people want to know, but I'm not interested in purchasing them myself. When I buy back in, I am going for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is what I'm focused on. So, like I said, this is a 7-day chart here. I would anticipate Bitcoin to probably hit about 23,500, maybe a little bit of a bump after that. But like I said, I anticipate Bitcoin to potentially make a double bottom over here at about 15,500, anywhere between 15,500 and 17,000, 18,000 in that range. I think is going to be a ample buying opportunity that I'm really looking forward to. So let's take a look here at the daily chart. The daily chart on Bitcoin looks terrible. Would not be touching anything for the short term. Nothing about the daily chart has me excited. This is a 12-hour chart. It also looks very bad. Would never be touching this. This right here is the 4-hour on Bitcoin, a bit of sideways trading there. This is the hourly here. Hourly is also looking very weak. Let's see if Bitcoin looks okay on shorter time frames. We're also going to be taking a look here at traditional stocks today and seeing if there's any correlation, because we know that there actually has been a lot less correlation lately. This is the 30-minute chart on Bitcoin, not looking too good. How about the 5-minute? Anything good on the 5-minute? Nah, nothing good on the 5-minute chart. Let's go and take a look over at SPY today. SPY had a positive day. Look at the strength of SPY. 433.80. Very, very strong. This is the daily chart on SPY. Wow. There is no correlation to Bitcoin. SPY is in the green, looking very nice. Upwards trend, making higher highs, looking very strong. Bitcoin looks, they have lost correlation. Very quite interesting, actually. So that's what we're seeing there. NEO is up 8.67% today. A lot of green in traditional markets today. So is this the end of the correlation between SPY and Bitcoin? Time will tell. Tesla at 249.83. Tesla has also been very strong lately. This is a daily chart on Tesla, looking really quite nice. Let's look at the 7-day chart on Tesla. Very strong. Tesla looks very strong. I would say probably not a bad stock to be getting into at the moment. Just a lot of strength when it comes to Tesla. Marijuana stocks. So we have Tilroy up 5% today to 167. We were kind of split 50-50. Half of marijuana stocks are down on the day while the other half are up. So a bit of a split there. Finally, it gets really boring when traditional markets, marijuana stocks, crypto, all correlate. They're all in the same direction. They're either all green or they're all red. I'm actually enjoying the polarity and the difference and strength in the markets. It's actually really nice to see. let's go ahead and take a look here back over at Ethereum. Like I have mentioned before, sometimes Ethereum leads the way. I actually have not back tested the crossover here when it comes to the Ethereum chart, but Ethereum looking very similar to Bitcoin on the weekly, daily looking very weak as well. 12-hour chart weak, 4-hour also looking very sideways. Let's take a look here when it comes to the hourly chart looking weak as well. So nothing really exciting me to be getting into the crypto space right now. The markets are looking rather weak. Okay, so there has been a lot of news and information when it comes to the SEC. They're trying to take down everyone. So the SEC has sued Coinbase, Binance US, Gemini, and Kraken. Last time I heard, Binance US, you could not withdraw your crypto or your cash. And Binance, I've mentioned many times how I don't trust Binance. I got all of my funds off of Binance over a year ago, never looked back. And Gemini, Kraken, so everyone's just getting sued. But this is the crazy part. FTX, okay, one of the biggest frauds in the space, was not only not investigated, the SEC actually met with them on a few occasions and was rumored to be working to help them corner the market. Wow. Tomorrow, pay close attention, we have CPI data, typically not good for Bitcoin. Hinman docs become public, SEC's Coinbase rulemaking response, Binance US hearing Wednesday, US PPI data, FOMC meeting Thursday, jobless claims, US retail sales data, volatility incoming. So I personally am not bullish. It's not even the space, like Bitcoin, it doesn't matter when it comes to regulation. Once you understand Bitcoin fully and you realize how when it comes to altcoins, how they are not truly decentralized, it makes you just not really interested in investing in altcoins for the long term. And it gives you trust in Bitcoin. Like it doesn't matter what type of regulation I hear. It doesn't matter what country I hear it in when it comes to Bitcoin. I am still bullish in the long term because there will always be a country that will favor Bitcoin and make tax incentives around it. And so that's just kind of how I feel about the situation. It doesn't matter if the government tries to ban Bitcoin. It's just like, I don't care. That doesn't scare me like at all. So Brian Armstrong dodged the question on whether Coinbase invests in tokens on the platform. They went through Coinbase's venture portfolio and found that these 30 projects were both part of their investment portfolio as well as traded on Coinbase exchange. Interesting. So Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong says, "We will not delist tokens deemed securities by the SEC and has no plans to phase out staking services." I really wouldn't be surprised if they delist tokens after him saying this. Just wouldn't be surprised. Once PGA and Lyft are now partners, it's like, gosh, anything is possible. Crypto.com will be shutting down its institutional exchange in the US. So Robinhood delisted Cardano, Polygon, and Solana. Brian Armstrong sells 1.8 million Coinbase shares ahead of the SEC lawsuit. FTX plans to restart the crypto exchange in Q3 or Q4. WTF. Current 30-year fixed mortgage rate is just under 7%. General Motors will follow Ford in partnering with Tesla to use its North American EV charging network. If you are in California, you can buy, I believe, a Tesla Model 3 and you can get $7,500, I believe, state and $7,500 federal tax credit. Pretty amazing. Which brings it down to like between $23,000 and $25,000. On June 7th, Coinbase unexpectedly canceled its earnings call that was scheduled for today. They also fired their CEO. Wild. SEC asked for emergency order to freeze Binance US asset anywhere in the world. So that was reported on June 6th. This is kind of older news, but noteworthy if you are not familiar with it yet. So if you want to book a 30-minute call with me, I have a link down below for that. You can ask me anything you want in a 30-minute call, moving to Puerto Rico, anything about Bitcoin, We can do actually just texting back and forth if you guys want. We can do FaceTime, or we can even do voice messages back and forth if that's more convenient for you than a call. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'm not back in on Bitcoin. The time is not right, but I think it's coming soon, and I am looking forward to that. So that's all that I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.